Welcome back. I'm very excited to review today's item. It's one of the first few trackers that works with the new Google Find My Device network, and it is the Chipolo 1 Point. They just rolled that new network out within the past month, and there's a couple of different manufacturers who offer devices on it, Chipolo being one of them, and they have two different form factors that work with it. The 1 Point you see here is intended to be clipped onto your keyring, and they also have the Chipolo Card Point, which is intended to be slid into your wallet, not unlike the things we've seen from like Tile and some of the other manufacturers. If you'd like to add either of these devices to your collection, please use my link below. I'm pretty sure it gets you 20% off your order. I also ordered their current competitor's comparable device, the Pebblebee Clip, but that has yet to ship. And if you go on their website, all of the devices are listed as back ordered. So I'm guessing they're just incredibly inundated with orders. So kudos to them. Solely based on the aesthetics, I would say I prefer the Pebblebee. Their logo is cooler. The devices are black instead of off-white, even though I'm sure Chipolo will start offering more colors later. And they've got a LED along with the loudspeaker. The other thing that sets them apart is instead of having a replaceable battery, all their devices, it appears, have rechargeable batteries. All things considered, depending on which you prefer, both companies offer the clip form factor for just $30 and a card version for about $35. Pebblebee also has one that they call a tag that looks similar to a small Altoid tin and probably be good for some less conventional places. There'll be links to all those devices as well below. I went with the Chipolo 1 Point over the Chipolo Card Point because the Chipolo 1 Point does have a replaceable battery. I think the Chipolo Card Point has a 2-year lifespan on its internal battery, and then you're supposed to thoughtfully recycle it. I'd also wanted to say I'd much rather be buying a Google first-party device, but they just don't exist. I could imagine they're going to either be rolled out the end of this year around the holidays and or hopefully summertime next year, but who knows. I will say I'm glad, though, both of these companies, Pebblebee and Chipolo, offer devices that are ready to be used right out of the bat, right when you unbox it. Unlike the Apple AirTag that you have to buy some type of accessory to be able to put it on your keychain or somewhere else, these are just ready to go right out of the box. Speaking of that, the unboxing experience was exactly as I expected it to be, simple and straightforward. I'll say, however, they're on their site, they talk about double-clicking your Chipolo to ring your phone. They also mention that is only on their app. It doesn't work on the Chipolo 1 Point, so that kind of stinks. I don't necessarily know if that's their fault or if it's just a Google Find My Service setting feature that hasn't been rolled out yet. Setup was super straightforward too. You open the box, you press the button, it pairs, you're done. I've been using this device for over the past week. I took it to a racing weekend with me as well, and it just kind of feels incomplete. I don't necessarily think that's the fault of Chipolo themselves, but more of an issue with Google Find My's service and app and feature set not being 100% yet. For instance, there isn't any left behind feature, so if I was to go out of Bluetooth range after leaving my little Chipolo 1 Point behind, I wouldn't get a notification telling me, hey, your hip bag has been left behind, or however it goes. So I'm guessing that's going to be another feature that gets added to Google Find My later, but as of right now, doesn't exist. Let's quickly go over the technical specs. The Chipolo weighs in at 123 grams. It's 1.49 inches in diameter and 0.25 inches thick. It has a range of 200 feet, and that's limited based on interference and all the things considered, you know, how Bluetooth works nowadays. And it also, there is no ultra wideband tracking on this. The Apple AirTag and the Samsung SmartTag 2 do offer ultra wideband. Another thing worth noting is there is no location history, at least not yet, with the Google Find My network, so that's another thing to consider. As mentioned, it does have a replaceable 2032 battery. It should last about a year according to the manufacturer, and it also has a water resistance rating of IPX5. Currently, it is only available in this like off-white finish, but based on their previous offerings, I'm sure they're going to put out a whole bunch of colorways later. Big question, would I buy this again? Probably not. At least not until Google's got their Find My app, either with more features and or they've got some first-party devices rolled out that enable those features. I could see them doing that too, which is kind of dirty. Though, since I am an early adopter, I would buy one of them again. And if I was to buy one of them again from the start, it'd probably be Pebblebee. although I heard rumor and found some articles that Pebblebee jacked up their prices, not a whole lot, but they upped their prices right at the time that they found that they were one of the pre-ordered devices available for Google Find My Network. It was only like $5 or something, but even still, it might be a mark against their name in your book. Beyond just looking better, all their devices are rechargeable and have LEDs. So I don't know, that kind of makes them win for me. As soon as my Pebblebee clip comes in, I'll drop a review similar to this one of the Pebblebee clip, and then I'll also take that Samsung Smart Tag, AirTag, Chipolo 1 Point, and Tile Pro, and I'll ship those across the U.S. and have them shipped back and see which one pings me the most, and do some other goofy tests with it and see which one I think is the best. I'm already kind of drawing some conclusions in my head, but who knows what the future holds. And with more devices getting rolled into the Google Find My network, it looks like it's an opt-out network, so it may absolutely rival the Apple's AirTags Find My network. Either way, thanks for watching. Carry on.